gets cracks on their fingernails, cracks on their cuticles, hangnails, cracks on the side of their fingers and on their heels. This indicates you have an essential fatty acid deficiency. And again, you can put creams on your hands and stop the burning and aching of those cracks, but more sinister things are going on the inside. When you have an essential fatty acid deficiency, your platelets are getting sticky, and you're at a very high risk for strokes and also thrombosis type of heart attacks, a coronary thrombosis. So you supplement properly with the omega-3s and omega-6s and omega-9s, essential fatty acids. Not only will the cracks heal on the sides of your fingers and your heels, not only will the cracked cuticles heal and the hangnails go away, but also the abnormal stickiness on your platelets will go away, and you'll be able to reduce your risk significantly of strokes and heart attacks. Another early warning signal would be somebody who has eyelid twitches, toe cramps, foot cramps, leg cramps, back muscle spasms, insomnia, high blood pressure. These all indicate a calcium deficiency, and if you have a calcium deficiency and you don't deal with it early enough, you're going to wind up with osteoporosis and arthritis and one of the 147 different manifestations, one or more of the 147 different manifestations of calcium deficiency. So supplementing properly with all the known essential nutrients, including calcium, is extremely important. And then the last one we have time for, Cheryl, is if somebody is 15, 25, 50 pounds or more overweight, it's a kind of a generic indicator that they have a mineral deficiency. When you have a mineral deficiency, you get the munchies or cravings, pica. In animals, it's called cribbing, and you have these cravings. Well, you supplement properly with minerals, and the cravings go away, the munchies go away, and you don't have the desire to eat large plates full of food, and you lose weight and keep it off. And so we're very excited about this, and of course, these are simple early warning signals that everybody can learn.
Dr. Wallach, I've got a lot of friends who think that they are all doing the right thing, eating organic foods, trying to eat from the 4 food groups, working out 3 to 4 times a week, and drinking the latest fad sports drink. How does that sound to you?
Sounds ugly to me, Cheryl. Organic, of course, doesn't have anything to do with nutrition. Organic just means no pesticides or herbicides, and it can reduce your risk of cancer. However, there's no guarantee that there's more nutrition in organically grown fruits and vegetables. That little sentence, you can get everything you need by eating your 4 food groups, has killed more Americans than all the muggers, terrorist attacks, and wars put together in the 220 years we've been a nation. Of course, when you look at the statistics, Americans have eaten better than anybody else in the world. We have more food per person. We have the highest quality of food in the world. And yet we only rank 24th when it comes to longevity. There's 23 other countries with less food and lower quality food than we have, and yet they live longer than we do. We spend more money for health care. We have more technology in health care, and yet we only live to be 75, about 1/3 of our genetic potential for longevity, 200 to 225. Working out. Well, there's never been a professional athlete live to be 100, and that was sent up my red flag, Cheryl. If there's not professional athletes living to be 100, there's something wrong with this concept that exercise is good for you. And it turns out that professional athletes sweat more in 5 years than couch potatoes do in 75 years. And when they're sweating, they're not just sweating out water, they're sweating out a soup that contains all these essential nutrients. And if you're sweating all these nutrients out and only drinking water or some of these sports drinks that have electrolyte sugar and yellow dye number 3, 5, or 8, it's not going to replace all the nutrients you're sweating out, and you're doomed to get these terrible diseases, many of which are life-threatening and life-shortening. For instance, there's been a spate of older athletes die, professional athletes. So we had a golfer, Sam Snead, died at 84, and then there was the baseball player, Ted Williams, died at 86, and that's about it. They don't live to be 100, even in the low-impact sports. Now, it's our responsibility to take care of our bodies, not our doctors, not our dentists, and people have to invest a little time. They need to read 15 or 30 minutes a day. They need to listen to tapes and CDs as they're driving around town. And if your body's important to you, then you need to invest some time in it. When your body goes, where are you going to live, right? And God designed the human body to repair itself. And if we give it the right raw materials consisting of the essential nutrients, it's going to repair itself, and age is no factor. It doesn't matter if you're 15, 25, 50, 75, or 105. Your body will repair itself given the right raw materials.
Dr. Wallach, Cheryl mentioned earlier about Pilzer's book, The Next Trillion. He came up with that title because he predicts that the wellness industry is going to be the next trillion-dollar industry in this country, joining the healthcare industry and the processed food industry. Do you agree with that prediction?
Les, I absolutely agree with Pilzer. Yes, people are getting tired of not getting fixed. And of course, the problem is there's no laws requiring doctors to cure people, even when there's cures available. There's no laws requiring doctors to fix people, even when there's fixes available. And in our heart of hearts, we'd like to believe that doctors are altruistic and they're in the business of helping people. But if you don't help yourself, you're in trouble. Doctors are always looking for ways to help you, but also only if it makes them money. People are looking for ways to get better, not just having their symptoms treated. And in addition, the baby boomers are coming along. We have 80 million baby boomers, and they want to continue living the good life. They're not going to be happy with the illnesses that our parents and grandparents dealt with. They do not want to be sick and miserable the last 15 to 20 years of their life. They don't want to slow down. They don't want to get sick. They don't want to grow old, and they don't want to die early. And so the baby boomers are going to force this industry just like they did the rest of the industries as they were growing up. And although baby boomers make up only 1/3 of the population in America, they control over half the U.S. spending. And for the first time, we have what's called market convergence. The entire 18-year range of the baby boomers all want the same thing: health, vitality, and long life without the aches and pains mistakenly associated with old age. And the baby boomers are going to drive the industry into this trillion-dollar business.
You know, there's a lot of companies out there that are selling nutritional supplements today. I mean, I see them in health food stores, grocery stores, on the web, and drug stores everywhere. What's so different about American Longevity supplements, if anything, versus all the rest? Are they some kind of special blend or undergo any kind of special testing, or what?
Well, those are great questions, very legitimate questions, Les. And of course, there's several reasons why American Longevity products are better. Again, I'm a veterinarian as well as a physician. And if you think about it, we've spent over $100 billion in the livestock industry and in animal research in the area of nutrition alone. And it seemed odd to me that we wouldn't utilize that technology for people. But 60 years ago, an old dog was 10 years old. Today, an old dog is 20. An old cat 60 years ago was 12. Today, an old cat's 25. And we didn't do this with genetic engineering or selective breeding. We did it simply by adding greater amounts and combinations, proper combinations of vitamins and minerals and trace minerals and rare earths, amino acids and essential fatty acids to their feed. So American Longevity's products are based on these animal nutritional studies. And they're not just another list of vitamins and minerals. They're designed to do things, and they do. Secondly, the raw materials with American Longevity are different. The raw materials consist of plant-derived colloidal minerals. These plant-derived colloidal minerals are extremely valuable as far as usability when it comes to animals and people. The plant has already kind of pre-digested them. They're very small particle size, 7,000 to 10,000 times smaller than a red blood cell, and as a result, they're extremely absorbable just for that reason, small particle size. Also, they're in a liquid form, and they have come through plants, so they're very, very absorbable, up to 98% available to us. And then, by comparison, the metallic or clay-based minerals, these are inorganic. They have not been processed by plants. They're big particle size. As a result, they're not very absorbable, sometimes around 3 to 12%. And our bodies are designed to use food as a source of minerals. We're not designed to eat rocks. We don't have the biochemical and mechanical capability of extracting the nutritional minerals out of rocks in a very efficient way. And we do submit to voluntary testing. The FDA labs, the Coors Laboratory does our quality control testing. And I defy any other network marketing company or any other nutritional company, for that matter, to have the same quality control that we do. We're very, very proud of that. Special formulations, we add all the cofactors necessary for the ingredient you're looking for to be more efficient. For instance, we don't have just a calcium. We have what we call OsteoFX. And OsteoFX not only has the calcium, but it has the magnesium and the boron. It has the vitamin D3 for the cofactors necessary for this calcium to be absorbed and utilized very efficiently. Also, OsteoFX has MSM to increase absorbability, and it has the cofactors necessary for it to rebuild bone matrix and cartilage. So we're very, very proud of our basic products. Even calcium's not simple calcium.
That's great, Dr. Wallach. I didn't realize that a huge amount of difference between ours and everybody else's.